Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's another exciting installment of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. It's your boy, Double B Bad Blood, the franchise player, joined once again by my co host, Tony the Burn. Tony, what is up, my man?
I'm doing awesome. How are you doing?
Oh, man, it's ladies' night, man. You know, we're doing everything right now.
Oh,
It's
you damn
ladies' night,
right.
and the feeler's right. Oh, yes, it's
Mhm.
ladies' night. So,
Yes, indeed.
before we jump into ladies' night, let's talk real quick about some things that have happened over the last few days, in the world of professional wrestling, Tony.
Okay. Been a few things that have happened, so we'll have to get
Well,
more specific.
let's go ahead and spill some tea here. Let's spill a little bit of this tea. We talk about Mark Carano being fired by the WWE.
Well, I don't know about tea, but I definitely have the coffee.
Oh man, this guy here with his damn coffee.
Mm,
Look, so the whole situation is he. I really don't know how to bring it about, but apparently Mickey James got a care package from the WWE in the
yeah,
form of a garbage bag.
care package.
He dropped the garbage bag into her, into a box and sent it to her. And of course, that's going to bring a lot of drama. So many people that
Yeah,
I know that personally work in the industry that have had the same type of issues with John, with Mark. Um, Mickey James isn't the first one. There was also um, Soraya or Paige.
a
Um,
few people have
there were,
apparently had the same treatment.
yeah, and a friend of mine. I'm not going to put her name out there because, I mean, obviously she doesn't want it to be told, but a friend of mine was actually involved in a relationship with Mark while he is currently married. So he's already a piece of shit. We already know that. Apparently, he's very abusive to women, animals, and things like that. He is also very opinionated when it comes to what he thinks women are supposed to be in professional wrestling.
If this is
The whole
the same thing I've heard about, apparently he believes that there is no money to be made in with
yeah,
women's professional wrestling.
no money to be made. A woman's place is not in the ring; it's doing other things. She's to be eye candy and not, I mean, look, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
As a guy who's been involved with professional wrestling for a long time, I've been behind the camera, in front of the camera, the booker, the wrestler, the fan, whatever, whatnot, done all this stuff, and you never disrespect a woman in this industry. Not even so much. I mean, I'm not even gonna say like you disrespect a woman because in their industry, there are women that like Sunny Daze, that know that they're in that locker room. They're one of the boys.
Yep.
You're just like us. You're one of the boys. And tonight we have four guests. Four guests. Two are returning guests. We have the lovely Faithy J, otherwise known as the Lioness from Wild Women of Wrestling, Wild Superstars. We have former NWA Pacific Northwest Ladies Champion, the amazing Sunny Daze. We have a woman that is running her own company, her own professional wrestling company,
Yep.
blowing people out of the water in the state of Washington. We got Yvonne from here. Oh, look at this. Shane. Shane just put out there, fuck Mark Carano.
I love you, Shane. Thank you for
Wow.
saying it so that we could actually bring it up and say
Yeah.
it out loud.
Yeah. Thank you, Shane, for being the just don't
Thank
blame
you
that
for
other
being the
guy.
voice of reason.
That's right. Yeah, so I mean, there's so many, like Yvonne, she runs CPW up there in Washington. She branched out from another promoter and she just created her own thing, and
Yep.
it's pretty unique, to be honest with you. And
Basically
then
had
we have,
outgrown things and just decided to go out
yeah,
on her own and yeah, now got a
sometimes you gotta do
nice
that.
company.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta do that.
Yep.
And then we
Exactly.
have a woman that's joining us who just graduated from the Nightmare Factory. That's Cody Rhodes' school.
And
Cody
that's
Rhodes,
went
the
into
guy who's the
GA.
helm of AEW, the son of a plumber, if you will. But
Daddy.
we got a lot of stuff going on, man. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm glad to have him on the show tonight. We're going to talk a lot of shit. We're going to have a lot of fun. So before we do that, why don't we jump into a quick commercial break and get everything situated, and then we'll bring on our first of many guests tonight. We'll be right back.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules...
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Yeah, man, great futures do start with the Boys and Girls Club, but you know what tonight's going to start? You know what today is, right, ladies and gentlemen? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to break it down for you one time real quick. We're going to bring in our first guest. She is a former NWA Pacific Northwest Ladies Champion. Welcome to Ladies Night, ladies and gentlemen. Sunny Daze. Sunny.
Hey, how is the boys in this lovely podcast night? How are you doing?
Welcome, Sunny. Welcome back to the Roundtable. How you been?
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
So, what have you been up to, Sunny? What's been going on in your world during this pandemic lockdown, breakdown? You know, just in general, what's been going on with you?
Gym, vitamins, gym, do a secret movie, gym, training, gym, training, get a script, read the script, training, gym. That's it.
And we lost my host.
There goes your host. The most. He's gone. Tony, what are you going to do? Come on,
Jim.
Vern. Figure
there
it
he
out.
is.
There he is.
There he
All
is.
right.
Let me tell you something.
Gym,
Facebook,
training, vitamins, scripts, movies. That about sums it up, right?
Yeah. I actually, a couple of weeks ago, I actually started my very first movie, which is cool. I later on found out that I was good enough to be casted for another one. So I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah, with Phoenix Productions. So you're going to have to check them out on YouTube. Other than that, I've been your local and friendly insurance agent for all your insurance agents' needs. I am here for you.
Wait.
Come
What
check
kind of
me
insurance
out.
you selling? Home
What kind
insurance,
of
car
insurance do you need? Let's see. We got car insurance, boat insurance, RV insurance, travel insurance, home insurance, business insurance, liability insurance, daycare insurance, you name it, restaurant insurance. Depends.
Oh, damn,
what kind of
like
insurance do you need?
Jesus.
Sunny Daze has not been still. Sunny Daze has not stopped. Sunny Daze
Sunny
has
Daze has been a
merch.
hustler.
Sunny Daze is ready. Sunny Daze has been training, taking my vitamins. I've increased the amount that I can lift. So the gym has been my friend. The weights just talk smack to me, and I just keep beating them up. Other than that, I haven't really been doing much of anything else except for being an insurance lady. Waiting
Well, are
for
you
that
ready?
next time.
Are you ready for the world to open back up so Sunny Daze can
I'm-
get back in the ring and get some booty
I
and power
am.
fuck them?
I am in the middle of my 28 days later. I am not a zombie yet. I will get my second shot. I'm ready to go. So that way I can get out of here. I know I've got Alaska on the mind. I've got Vegas in the mind. I know I've got California on the way.
Yeah.
North Carolina's been calling my name. It's time for Sunny Daze to get out on the road and show the nation what Boom Pow is all about.
Well, I just happen to know this organization called the OIWA, and they are always looking for women in their women's division. So
you should put a good word in for me.
Sir Mo from Men on a Mission, if you are watching, which I know you are, hit Sunny Daze up.
Please, you can check me out on Facebook.
Travel.
Yeah, I will. Totally willing to travel. I have in the past, especially when they're like, I don't even believe that you'll travel. Oh, yeah? I don't even have to have your permission. I'm just out of here. Bye. Later.
That's why she did that.
North Carolina that says otherwise.
Now, with that being said, let's go and bring on our second guest of the evening. Now, this lady, she runs Combat Pro Wrestling in Washington State.
Personal friend of mine.
Personal friend of yours. They're very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Innovative in the way they run.
A lot of hybrid style wrestling over at CPW, and
exactly.
Eclectic.
Eclectic. Yes. That's a good word. That's a good word. Now, she is a very outspoken woman, and that's the reason why I want to bring her on the show today, because when this woman's on the show, man, I'm telling you, there's going to be some tea spilled, and we love it.
There's not a lot of women promoters out there, so that's a big reason.
Cheers.
That's the reason why it's ladies' night. And ladies and gentlemen, next up, from the great state of Washington, the owner of Combat Pro Wrestling. That's right. Don't mess with the CPWR boss lady. Welcome, Yvonne, to the house. Welcome to the table, Yvonne. How you doing?
Good, guys. How are you?
Oh, man.
Awesome.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girlfriend.
Missing you.
I know. How have you been?
Mwah. Missing you like crazy.
Y'all live in the same state.
I go to work and come home. That's it. This crazy nonsense going on.
Look, we hours away from y'all.
It.
I mean, Tony at least an hour away from me. That means he's like 3.5 hours away from both of y'all. Y'all like 30 minutes.
She's awake during the day. I'm asleep during the day. I do graveyard.
CPW regular TJ, man, we're joining us here tonight. How we doing?
Hey.
Oh, Kevin Brandt's in the house. What up, Kevin Brandt?
Kevin Brandt in the house, baby.
All right.
Hi, Kevin. Hi, TJ.
Hi, Kevin. How you doing, Kevin?
Let's talk about CPW. Let's talk about being the one woman running roughshod in all the state of Washington, running her own company, doing look.
Possibly the whole state of, possibly the entire Pacific Northwest.
Look at that. The boss lady of CPW. Look at that. People know. Let's talk about CPW, Yvonne. Tell us about what you got going on.
Well, everybody knows that, Yvonne is very outspoken. And like you said earlier, I started with a different company that didn't work out. And we ain't gonna throw dirt on that right now, because that's kind of an old subject. But I wasn't done, because I got, I guess, a little privy to too much information in the business, and I got to see too much of the bullshit in the business, and it took the fan away from me. I no longer liked it anymore. I just wanted to smack a bunch of them. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to do it my way. And I was told the whole time oh, you can't do it. You won't do it. So I had to prove everybody wrong. And 4.5 years later, I'm still here.
Yep.
And to everybody that says I don't deserve to own my own company, why? Because I ain't got a dick? Or because I don't take no shit? Or because I don't take no shit from no one?
Yeah.
So don't get it twisted by thinking Yvonne does not deserve to own her own company. I worked my ass off for my company. And I've been dragged through the fucking mud. And fuckers, I'm still here. And ain't nothing any of you gonna say now or in the future to change that. Except light that fire a little brighter so I can show you all why I belong in this business.
I like it.
See, and that's the reason why I want her on the show. Because see, here's the thing:
Boom, pow.
a lot of people in professional wrestling, and not just in the Northwest, but just in professional wrestling in general, have this common misconception about women not being what's what I'm looking for here, not suited to run a wrestling company. I mean, fuck, Dixie Carter ran TNA for how long? You know, you know,
If it wasn't for Dixie Carter, there wouldn't have been a women's division at that company.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's just the reason why I want to do a ladies' night, and I want to bring the women on tonight to showcase you guys. It ain't about, you know, fuck, it ain't about me and Tony on today. It's about you guys. We brought you on because we want to showcase the women of wrestling. You know, we got a veteran here with Sunny Daze. We got a woman that's been running her own company 4 years strong, not including COVID, but 4 years strong, keeping it going. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really hard to keep a wrestling company going. Trust me, it is hard running a wrestling company. Even in the
best of circumstances.
Yeah, you got so many egos, you got so much drama, so much bullshit, and you know, and that's me being a guy in charge of a wrestling company. There's a lot of fucking drama and bullshit, egos, and just children. I have 2 kids. I tell people all the time, I got 2 kids, not 22 kids. But every week, I think I got 22 fucking kids. That's the truth. Sonny, you know, how many times have I been like, fuck this, I'm done.
I know.
You know? But
don't even get me started. I could talk.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing. Like, you know, it's ridiculous. And of course, JB Moonshine had to come on here because he's fucking drunk.
In other words, so in other news, it's Wednesday.
You know what that means.
Cheers, JB.
Yeah, cheers. But in all honesty, like let's just call it what it is. Being a man in professional wrestling doesn't make it easier. But being a woman in professional wrestling, running professional wrestling, makes it twice as hard because you have guys like, you know, Mark Carano, who treat women like shit. Then you got guys like Drake Younger. Tony. Yeah, I know you saw that on Twitter today, and you know I've known Drake for a long time, and he's always been an asshole and a piece of shit. So. But, you know, then you got guys like a guy who was came and worked for BCW at a time. And he's been accused of a lot of things with the Speak Out movement. I'm not going to put any names out there, but the whole Speak Out movement really shined a light on some of the negative and horrible shit in this business. And, you know, as a father to a 12-year-old girl, I couldn't fathom any of that bullshit happening to my daughter. So that's the reason why I wanted to bring the ladies on the show tonight, and I want you guys
really
to be
what I hope and wish that women in the business would realize is that because they're in that role, they now have that title of being that role model. Just like you, Yvonne, you running that wrestling show for as long as you've ran that wrestling show, because that's your fucking baby. That's the thing. That's your accoutrement of the business that you run and you can give forth. And as a wrestler, as a worker, yes, I say worker, because you don't necessarily go in there with this idea of what you're going to do. You just have kind of an idea of what you're going to do, and then you get there and then things change, and then things are different, and then a card subject to change, but you still have to play that role model. You still have to be there for that look. You know what I mean? For me, it's been one of the hardest things in professional wrestling to be a female who's married with 3 kids, but I'm still all about the wrestling because it's all about the wrestling for me.
Mm-hmm.
It has been for the last 15 years.
See, I learned a long time ago. Don't let people use you against you.
Right.
Exactly.
And that was me for a long time, because everybody knows I'm very outspoken, and I will definitely go. You come at me, and I used to come right back, probably 100 times harder. But I learned that you can be your own worst enemy at the same time.
Yeah.
So since running CPW, I've learned that you pick your battles and don't always show your ass, because you don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
And you will see very little of me doing any of what the old me used to do, because I will not let anybody use me against me to hurt my company and all the people in my company. You included, Sunni, since, you did work for me for a minute.
I did. I was just waiting for you to call me back. What do I need to do next? I told you the next show is free. I told you that. I owe you.
I know, girl. And soon as
you just let me know when.
As soon as we get over this shit, we're gonna make that shit happen. We're gonna make that shit happen.
What?
Well,
they're trying to talk shit behind us.
No. You guys need to get that booking going, girlfriend. Before we go,
I owe it to her. I missed the booking, so I need to make it right, because that's the kind of role model I am. I told Yvonne that the very next show that she had me book on would be for free. That was a year ago. I'm still waiting.
Girl, we're gonna do Strawberry Fest as soon as it comes back again. Hopefully next year we'll be rocking that again.
Yep, I already have it in the calendar. There's nothing else going on. Everybody else can hear the boom pow fuck you. I already got shit to do.
Boom. So with that being said, now we're going to talk about bringing up the youth of this business.
Yes.
The younger talent, the new talent, fresh talent in this business.
Yep.
Now, our next guest. Damn it. I can The next guest is a recent graduate of Cody Rhodes' Nightmare Factory.
Ooh, that's some good training right there.
That's right. She's a former. Right. She's currently the star of her own independent wrestling team. Ladies and gentlemen, Karma's a bitch, but this Karma is nice. Ladies and gentlemen, Karma Dean, welcome to Ladies' Night. We can't hear you. We still cannot hear you. Looks like we have some technical difficulties.
You might have your.
Put your mic a little closer to your mouth.
No, it's the. I think she's got her earbuds possibly muted.
You might have your earbuds muted. Nope. And while we're waiting for her to get her earbuds ready, let's go back to another comment about JB. And yes, Cheryl, it is true. JB is always drunk.
He is always drunk.
He's got the best moonshine, though.
He does. Have you tried that apple pie moonshine?
Okay, look.
That's good.
Look, I'm going to tell you something about JB and his apple pie moonshine. Okay?
It was yummy.
This guy. First off, JB is always drunk. Don't let him plan your fucking bachelor party. Okay? Wink, wink, Lance Dean. Don't ever let him plan your fucking bachelor party, because he's drunk. He's going to forget. So he plans his bachelor party. We all get, it's like a Saturday. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know this, but Portland is like the strip club capital of the world. We have more strip clubs
per capita in the entire country.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
No, it's a fact. It's a known fact.
Texas has quite a few of them.
Oh no, but we trump them.
No. Per capita.
So
per capita.
Yes.
So is it just one strip club that's doing really good?
Still can't hear her, huh?
Apparently.
You go to Southeast Portland, there's two literally right across the street from each other.
Right,
I know.
dueling strip
So
clubs.
do they
like it's
swap
crazy.
girls, or are you gonna get a difference of diversity or whatever?
But the moral of the story is, so
Can you guys?
during
I
the
can't see them.
pandemic, now
we
we can
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
Now we can hear
Oh,
you.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, now you
Okay.
Okay.
I just
So
have to
during
see
the
you
pandemic,
guys.
oh, okay. So during the pandemic, JB he sets up this awesome bachelor party for Lance.
Still hear me?
Yep, we
Yep.
can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Perfect.
So during this extravagant outing, we go to JB's house, and it's like 8:00 at night. Now keep in mind, in Portland, everything closes at 10. Okay, so they're drinking, and JB and what is this other guy's name? I can't think of the dude's name right now. No. He says, "Hey, try this drink." And he gives me this fucking drink, and it's a jar of apple pie moonshine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a frat boy. Tall cap Absalon all day long. I drank that shit, and I was drunk for 4 days straight. Okay, like I don't know. Like, how did I go? How did I go to work? I don't remember how I got home. All I know is I was drunk for 4 days straight, and all I did was like they tell me, "Hey, just take a drink of it." So of course, I just take it and hit it. Like, oh, that tastes pretty good.
No.
And they were like, "Oh, wait a minute, it's gonna get you." Like, man, that ain't gonna do shit to me. Yeah, that was on Saturday. When Wednesday night came around and it was time for the podcast, I was still drunk. Okay, so fuck JB and his apple pie moonshine. Look, I just found out 3 days beforehand during the pandemic. Shut your mouth, JB. You knew a week before.
How is that even possible?
Come on, a good
Drink it
bachelor party
sometime.
is planned a month in advance.
Drink it sometime, Shane. You'll find out how it's possible.
Drink at your own risk. That's right.
That's a true statement. That is a true
Okay.
statement.
Okay.
I don't know if it was just alcohol.
You did share that apple pie moonshine with me one time at a show. It was pretty good.
I feel bad for your kidneys.
Yeah, it was horrid. Lots and lots of water for 2 weeks. It was great.
Yes, exactly.
Your liver.
So Karma, how are you?
Good. How are you? Hi, ladies. How are you? Nice to see you.
Welcome to the Roundtable.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Now you're new to the Roundtable, so we joke around. We have a lot of this isn't your typical podcast show. We're going to ask you 10,000 stupid questions.
As she just found out.
He is. Don't let him lie. Yes, he is.
Those are exclusive interviews, Sunny. Those are exclusive interviews done on the weekdays. This is the podcast on the weekend. It's a Wednesday night.
That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the difference. This
is the candid stuff.
Yeah, this is the free. Yeah. Anyway, Karma, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about you and where you started and where you came from, and all that good stuff.
I'm originally from Long Island, New York. I was born, bred, and raised there. I gave up Long Island, New York in September of 2020 to pursue my dream of wrestling. I was an actress in New York City. I also did live theater for over 25 years. So I did it all. New York City was my home. I was a fitness competitor for about 15 years. So I've been in both industries. And when the pandemic hit, New York City completely shut down, as well as the entertainment industry. So unfortunately, the projects that we were working on got pushed to the back burner. And because they were smaller projects, they got pushed even further back. So when things finally reopened,
I know about
the larger projects were way ahead of the ones that I was in. And it was like they had to change everything. The protocols for background work became different. A lot of that was actually cut out of the equation. They started using a lot of augmented reality, virtual reality for background work. So a lot of people lost a lot of jobs, even those that were in SAG and that were getting work on a pretty regular basis. They were like, what do we do now? Like everything is just shut down. It's all different. And there was no hope for anything to change anytime soon, even with things starting to reopen. So my mom was raised in the house that I was raised in. So for me, it was a very emotional, it was very difficult to separate myself emotionally from the house. And my mom passed away in 2018. So for me, it was like, thank you. It was like, I'm leaving, literally uprooting and leaving everything that I've ever known. I only knew Long Island, New York, from, New York City to Montauk. That was it. And I said to my husband, you know what? We need to jump ship because New York is not doing too well right now for a lot of reasons. And we need to head to a place where we are able to pursue our dream and for a better opportunity. So something clicked in me one day and I said, you know what, let's just do this. The market was really good to sell. We put our house up and in 3 days we had an offer and the house was sold. So it all went really quickly. Yeah, it went really quickly. And I purchased the house down here in Florida,
Florida, okay.
Sight unseen. Yes. We moved to Florida with the intention of hopefully being accepted to Cody Road School. And when the school was first announced, it was like right when the pandemic hit, that's when they announced that they were actually going to start doing camps, which is what I wound up being a part of. And I started training myself as if I was going into the wrestling school come that September when they were first going to start. And everyone's like, why are you training to go to wrestling school? They don't even know that you exist. They haven't accepted you. I'm like, but they will. That was my mindset. I manifested. I said, no, but they will. I'm training for this and this is what I want and this is what I'm going to get. And that was the end of the story. So I basically, I started training hard for it. We're in the midst of, selling the house, moving, all of that transition. It's fine that I didn't get taken into the first camp because we were like right in the middle of moving from New York to Florida. And that just would have been a complete disaster. We weren't even settled here yet. So I said, you know what? Everything works for a reason. The universe had it all planned out for a reason. So I'd say around mid-October, I got the phone call and they gave me the phone interview and they were like, yeah, you're it, you're in. And I looked at my husband. I'm like, why am I doing this alone? This has been a dream of yours also from the time you were a little boy. Like, that's all I've ever heard you talk about. It was a commonality when we met. Why aren't you doing this too? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, am I too old? Is it too late? I'm like, you're never too old and it's never too late. Get that out of your head, okay? Because I'm here, at my lovely age, starting the career that I've always wanted to do. And I'm fine with that. I used to be like, you know what? Oh, it's too late to do this, too late to do that. Not late to do anything. You want to do it, you do it. My mom had a friend that was 84 and she became an attorney because that's what she always wanted to do. Had her kids, had her grandkids. And then she went back to school. Yeah. And she became an attorney and she started practicing law. So when I heard that, she told me this a long time ago, I was like, you know what? I went to college. I did what I wanted to do. I had the career of fitness. I had the career of acting. I did everything I wanted to do in the order that I feel was supposed to go in. And now this is my time to be a wrestler because this is what I've always wanted to do. And the opportunity never presented itself. I don't mean to sound cliche, but it's like the stars weren't ever aligned for it to happen, 10, 15 years ago. And now it's meant to happen. So I got accepted. We relocated temporarily to Georgia for 3 months. And it was 12 weeks of the most intense, but the most rewarding training that I've ever done in my life. It was incredible. My mindset was completely changed. My body was completely changed. And they said to us when we first started, you are going to want to quit because this business isn't for most. I'll never forget. It's one of my coaches, he's WCW's Glacier, Ray Lloyd.
Yes.
One of the greatest men I've ever met in my life. He has a heart of gold. He's an incredible trainer and now a wonderful colleague of mine. He said, there are going to be moments where you guys are just going to want to throw in the towel and say the hell with this. And when you get to that moment, I want you to go back and reflect on your why. Why are you doing this? If you can sit down and have an honest conversation with yourself and say, hey, I am here because this is where I'm meant to be. This is what I want and nothing's going to stand in my way. Then you have to take that pain and all those doubts and everything you're feeling and just kind of let your why carry you through. If this is really where you're meant to be and what you're really meant to do, because this business isn't for most, And the second week we were in training, I remember trying to get into bed, literally like pulling one leg up, like pulling my shoulder, and I'm like, what am I doing? I am I'm like crippled right now. I can't
Well, I
move.
have to ask.
Yes.
Did you have a concussion for 3 months when you first started training?
I thought, oh my gosh, I was deathly afraid of taking bumps, and I'll tell you why. I had a bad car accident in 2015. I had both my neck and my back broken. So I was the pain that I had felt and the recovery from that was something I had never wanted to experience ever again. And when I saw the way, obviously they demonstrated how to do it. When I saw it, I was like, I was like, I can't do that. And they're like, just tuck your chin, they're telling me everything to do. And I'm like, I can't do that. And I remember Ray said to me, he goes, you're getting in your freaking head right now.
Yeah,
You're letting,
don't think.
Exactly. Don't think about it. He's like, just attack that mat. His exact words were, attack that shit. He's like, just attack that shit. Like it's your worst enemy. And stop getting in your head. Because fear, he's like, worse than your neck and back, you felt crippled you. He's like, the fear is going to cripple you more than anything. And I was like, you know what? And I just, and that was it. From that,
Boop out, fuck it. It's time to do it.
So definitely to answer your question, Sunny Daze, I definitely cracked my head a couple of times. I definitely got whiplash a couple of times. On an up and over, I had my my eyebrow bone kicked. My eyelashes were kicked right off my eye.
Wow.
My eye was swollen for a good 3. And I still trained because we had weight training, strength and conditioning right after our time in the ring. And I still went to each other. I was like,
all right.
I swallowed ice bag on my knee because I hit my knee bad on a drop down. I was like, and I'm still like, okay, how many reps? Let's go. So they're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like, yeah, come on.
I got this far.
Exactly. So yeah, I
right
definitely
now.
sustained my share of injuries. That's for sure. But look, I'm alive. I'm here.
You're alive.
I'm a living testament that, we can do this. And he was right. They were all right because they all said it to me. I was getting in my own head and I was my own worst enemy. Like, Yvonne even said a while ago, you can't do that to yourself. You can't.
Right.
You can't. You have to let that shit go. You have to.
And I'll tell you, for me, being a guy in this business, that's some impressive shit.
Yeah.
For someone to say,
yeah,
and I say this all the time because, like, I tell people always ask me, dude, can you train me? I ask them, why? Why do you want to become a wrestler?
Why?
Right.
I had guys tell me,
who wants to do this?
Because I can pick up on hot chicks. That's the reason why you want to be a wrestler?
What?
Here's my favorite. Here's my favorite one. This is the one that fucking totally gets me all the time. I want to be a wrestler so I can make a shitload of money.
That's why they're doing it.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Those are fools. Those are fools. Yeah, those are fools. Yeah.
So those are the ones I quickly weed out. Like, yeah. Go see someone else with that shit. Don't come talk to me about it.
Exactly.
I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to use my bump card teaching you how to take bumps if you aren't serious about this.
Yeah.
And I tell people this isn't a hobby. This isn't what we get dressed up in tights and we all hang out and play games. No, this is a fucking career. This is this wrestling industry is a business, and I treat it like a business. You got to.
So what is your favorite thing to say when somebody says, well, what do you do for a living? What's the favorite? What's your favorite way of responding?
I'll tell you the same thing that my daughter tells her friends. My dad gets paid to beat people up. I say it all the time, dude. My job, I get paid to beat people up. It's the best job in the world. I can set my boss on fire and not go to jail.
Pants. Don't forget the stretchy pants.
Well, yeah,
that's the best part.
That's another story for another day.
Beat people up in stretchy pants and get paid for it.
Speaking of beating people up,
you get to boss them all around.
Exactly. So, speaking of beating people up, we're going to introduce our next guest. Not only is she a professional wrestler for WOW, Women of Wrestling Superstars, but she is a martial artist. She can beat you up many different ways. She's also a trainer teaching people how to beat that ass. Ladies and gentlemen, she's also one hell of a singer. My girl, Real Faithy J. Welcome to Ladies Night.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Look at her. She's still in the gym. She's been in the gym all day long. Look at that.
Man,
Of course she has.
I was like, I'm gonna make this work because you texted me. You were like, "Yo, you want to join the podcast?" I was like, "Yes, but I teach until 8:30. Can I jump in late, please?" So,
Oh yeah,
we're
you
making it
can.
happen.
Cool. I
Yes.
totally went early so that way I could be here.
There you
Exactly.
go. There you go.
So what's up with you? What's been going on with you? You drop a new album yet? Because we're still waiting for that
Man,
exclusive.
I actually just finished a couple more scenes for the next video I'm gonna drop. The next single is called Bullshit with a Y.
We need that.
I know everybody's gonna be able to relate to this, so I'm excited about
Sounds
that.
like a new entrance song.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so that one's coming out soon. Hopefully by June is the goal. And then I am working on putting together an album as well. I have the songs for it. It's just picking out what would make sense and what would go together and making all the right moves. I'm a perfectionist sometimes, so in order to share my message in the proper way, I gotta think strategically. So there's that going on, coaching. I'm currently at Crunch Fitness in Santa Clarita. I teach the combat classes over here. So yeah, we just finished kickboxing, so it's lit.
Now look, I'm gonna tell you guys, you gotta follow her on Snapchat. You gotta follow her on TikTok because her TikToks are funny as shit.
Yeah.
I used to say
always looking for new funny stuff.
I used to say she was the star for TikToks until I saw her mom. Her mom is so fucking funny.
My mom, it's funny. She's funny because she doesn't try to be funny. She's just like
exactly.
She's like,
we need your mom on the podcast. You gotta get your
Shout
mom
out
as a
to
guest
Mom.
on the podcast.
Yeah, she's camera shy, low key, but I can
Bullshit.
probably make her do it.
I call bullshit. Your mom is all. I see her in all your videos. I call bullshit right now.
Because I force her, so I'll force her to do this. She'll be good. She'll be good.
Sweet.
Okay. All right.
So what's up with you and WoW? I mean, is there going to be like another season? Are you going back? Are you looking to come up and work for CPW? Maybe face Karma or Sunni? Triple threat match?
I miss wrestling so much. Like, I have dreams about it. I'm not even kidding, because I haven't, so my coworker, he also works at another Crunch. He teaches the combat classes there. He has a wrestling ring in his backyard. So
I saw a video of that.
Huh?
I saw your video on that.
Yes, yeah. So I am so grateful that he has that, because I can just go over there and do what I got to do. His neighbor is a stuntman who also teaches pro wrestlers, so it's like perfect. And he goes by Spider-Man. That's what he's called. Shout out to Spider-Man. But so yeah, I haven't done a match in a long, long time because COVID kind of paused everything in regards to WoW. Hopefully WoW will be coming back very, very soon. That is my plan, is to kindle with that program. But I'm still currently training. I'm still, working on keeping up my chops. So when that time does come, I'll be ready. So that's what I'm hoping for.
So here's what
we're all fingers crossed.
I know,
over
I'm
here.
like, please.
Here's what I'm hoping for, ladies. BCW Worldwide, CPW. We're in Washington, Oregon. That's a double shot. That is 2 shows. I happen to know the booker at BCW. Pretty cool dude.
You do?
He's
a good friend of mine.
He's a good friend of mine too. I've
known him longer.
He took a chance on me, so I'm good with him.
I think maybe I can convince him to book Faith and Karma. And, maybe he can convince Yvonne to book Faith and Karma. And then, Faith, Karma, and Sunni can do a triple threat. Or maybe even throw in another person and have a women's tag team match. Because you see, from what I understand, women's wrestling doesn't sell. But what I see here...
We have an age limit, too. Don't forget that part, okay?
Yeah, just make sure you don't get your shit in the bag, in the box, in the trash, okay? Just make sure that doesn't happen. Anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we can make that happen. Yvonne, what do you think about that? She's thinking.
Damn.
Honey, You're on the spot.
Oh, the perv in the room. Shane says a triple threat would be a banger.
Yeah.
That's
Shane.
True. That's true. It would actually be pretty good.
Shane.
Throw Miss Sarah in there for tag team match. I'm just saying. I'm all about promoting good things. I'm all about promoting the people on this podcast. Faith is always very she's always very positive. Sunny, you always been like a ray of sunshine. Karma, the name says it all. I'm just saying.
CPW wants some more women in my building. Okay, I want some more women wrestlers because being a female promoter, that's important. Damn it!
Yeah, it is.
Y'all got to come to my shows.
Right.
That is one thing that I've always wanted, and I've always admired you about that, Yvonne, is that you and I kind of share that same passion to bring women's division to the Pacific Northwest in Washington, not just like one place, but all over the place, which is why I like CPW so much and BCW, because then you've got that Washington, Oregon, and then we need to do California.
Women are tough, and I'm tired of them men saying, "Oh, this is just a man's world." Y'all can fuck off because a lot of these women can whoop your asses. Okay, you just scared. That's all. You just scared. But these women are fantastic athletes. It's time. God damn it! I want some more women.
I'm just gonna say it right here on the podcast. Anyone's listening, watching, if you're listening on Spotify, Google, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all that shit. If you're listening to all this right now, everywhere, if you're listening right now, I'm going to tell you, I don't see gender when it comes to wrestling. Because women, men, we're all fucking workers. We're all in this business to build this business as a business, not just, like for instance, back in the day, John Laurinaitis used to have the Divas title. I mean, I kind of see the word diva as kind of a slam on women.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got a bit of a negative connotation.
Exactly.
If you look at the term for pro wrestling definitions of the word diva, it states it's a hard to work with individual.
Well, Sunny, I've worked with you hundreds of times.
Wikipedia.
When I think of diva, I think of the Beyonce song, though, the female version of a hustler. That's what I think of.
That's the other connotation as well. Yeah.
So, like, people can say that, but I was trying to turn stuff around into a compliment.
That way is the better way.
Yeah, I like it.
Better way. That sounds much better.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, so I agree with that. I just think that, like, I look at you guys all as wrestlers. Okay, like let's just be honest, Faith. If you and Anthony were in a dark alley, you would probably kick Anthony's ass.
I would hope so.
I'm just saying, bro. I've seen the videos, man. I wouldn't want to fight in a dark alley. Well, looking either,
Yeah,
but
I'm a dead man.
She certainly would beat JB's ass. I've seen Sunny do it, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
More than once.
Karma's been trained by Cody Rhodes in fucking Glacier. I'm pretty sure she's learning how to kick some dude's ass. I mean, how many guys were in that training class?
There was 4 girls and there was about 22 men. So it was male dominated, the class, but us 4 girls. I mean, my one campmate, she's a really good friend of mine now. We built a great rapport because the other 2 girls were out for about 2 weeks each for different reasons. So this girl and I built an incredible in-ring chemistry because we just were working with each other for those 2 weeks. Yeah. And, at the beginning of the 12 weeks, you have your assessment to kind of like see where you're starting, where your numbers are at and such. And then at the end, they reevaluate you to see how much you improved and changed. And this girl knocked all the men out of the ballpark on the push-up. She did 70 in 1 minute. Guys were like doing 25, 30. When he announced the numbers, they're all like, and she's just like, that's my girl, and I love her, and I I looked at her and I was like, damn, you inspire me. And she's just a hard worker, and she's doing very well. I'm so proud of her, and that's just proof right there. The 4 of us girls, like, our numbers in some of the areas were better than some of the guys, and fortunately the guys, they weren't like, we didn't get any like negative comments or anything. They were very happy for us because they were like, well, we're making negative comments. Okay, kick our ass, So we definitely, we set the standard for sure.
Exactly. I mean, like, honestly, man, like, Lufisto, I'll just throw her name out there. Jen is an incredible fucking athlete.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've been friends with her for a long time. She is legit one of the baddest, and please don't take this the wrong way, ladies, but she's one of the baddest bitches on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, she's so talented, and the thing is, she's so grounded. She's so down to earth, and she's such a nice person. And I watched some shit happen over the course of like the last couple of years when it came to her, and she's she was contemplating retirement because she was injured, and she went through like a whole so now she's on the downside of that, and she's been going through a lot. And I know you're watching right now, Lufisto, so shout out to you. She is an inspiration to a lot of dudes. You know what I'm saying?
She's an inspiration to me. There are many times where I have watched her matches personally and was inspired just because of the way that she had the whole match flow.
She's fluid, man, and she's like the queen of the she's the I think she won the CZW King of the Death Match. She was the only woman to ever win that tournament. Like, come on, man.
She was one of the first women that I saw actually get, start working in the deathmatch scene.
I'm not doing that shit.
Years ago. Like, oh god, she was one of the very first that I started following really just for that reason, back when I was first getting into the whole independent scene, back when we were nearing the end of WCW, ECW, and all that. So it gives you an idea how long ago that was. So she'd been around. She was still relatively new to the sport at that point. For her to see her getting involved, this was what I forget what the name of the promotion was in Montreal, where Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were first getting their start. But I mean, she was on that level, and she only got better and better as time went on. It is a damn crime that she never got to one of the major leagues. So hopefully she's doing a lot better nowadays. But yeah, absolutely ridiculous that she never got that opportunity.
Well, shout out to Lufisto again. Like I said, man, she kicks all the ass. But ladies, I want to do this really quick before we go to another commercial. I'm going to go around the room, and I want you ladies to say one thing that you feel needs to change in professional wrestling. Sunny.
Why you got to put me first?
Because you're the next one next to Tony. Oh, you're on the top row.
I guess I'll take that. I didn't even have a chance to think about what I'm going to say.
That's perfect.
No, that's not. I'm just kidding. Now, what's the question? One thing you want me to say to change in women's wrestling?
Yes. No, just in wrestling in general, because we're not talking about women's wrestling. It's just wrestling. You women are professional athletes. Yes.
The ability to not, how do I say this nicely?
Why be nice?
Yeah.
Don't be nice. Just say it. Shit.
Yeah, just let it out.
Just the ability to not backstab people. We're all fucking workers. We're all here. We're all independent contractors. We're all trying to get some. Yeah, we want to make money, but reality is we want to do a good show. The best way we can all do a good show is by doing what? Working together. Okay. It's all about that wrestle life. All right. Bob Evans says it fantastically. It is all about that wrestling life. Not about if you like this guy, let's shit on this person. I don't like this person. We're gonna go to another promotion and talk shit. You know what? Knock it off. Yeah. It's not getting anybody anywhere. Instead of bashing everybody, why don't we try helping everybody for a change? Mm-hmm. It's crazy, I know. Brand new concept. It's only been around since forever. So let's just do it. Okay? Yeah. Get over it. Get over it. Let's do it.
All right, Yvonne. What's your take?
Egos.
Oh,
egos. Egos, damn it. Egos. Egos.
If this mic didn't cost so much, I'd drop it.
Egos. the sport of wrestling is a team sport from start to finish. So without everybody in between, you ain't got a show. So egos, boys, girls, knock it off. Stop it.
Knock the fuck up.
You're all supposed to be brothers and sisters. You're all supposed to love this business. Act like it. Respect each other. You don't gotta like each other, but respect each other. Be
I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, she's right. I don't like a lot of motherfuckers, but I work with them.
Learn to agree
If
to
they put
disagree.
asses in the seats, they're good for business. We work with them. But come on
Exactly.
now, guys, get it together. Do better.
All right, Karma. I know you're still you're relatively new to the business, so.
But
I'm pretty
I've
sure you've been
definitely
around,
seen
though.
a lot. Oh yeah, because the fitness industry, I've seen a lot. The entertainment industry, I've seen a lot. So it definitely, you know, and one of the things a lot of my friends that are already in the industry have told me is to steer clear of the drama and just, you know, stay away from it. So, you know, to piggyback on what Yvonne said, I think respect and professionalism are key. It's very important. And it's an expression that we kind of hear circling around the internet, but I like it. It kind of resonates with my beliefs, and that's to be that person that can help adjust someone else's crown without letting the whole world know that it was crooked to begin with. So I think that says a lot, and that goes a lot. You know, that's, you know, respect other people, they'll respect you, mutual respect. Yeah. And just be that person to help that other person without letting everyone else know, hey, you know, that person, you know, their little crown was crooked or whatever, you know, just be a good person. Karma says it'll always come back to you in 3. So,
Hence karma.
it's karma. Exactly.
Legit. Okay, now Faith. I know.
So honestly, I'm also going to piggyback off of what Sunny and what Yvonne said, because we just need to work together, because I've experienced a personal experience where I've been backstabbed in the industry when I thought a certain person, like, we were cool, but really they went to the boss or whatever and said something to try to get me looked down on, but it didn't work because they know me, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't work.
Right.
But I've been through a personal thing where that has happened, and it's just like, for what? Like, how does that help you? In fact, it would just make the other person look bad, especially if the rumor that they tried to start wasn't true. So I just believe that we, like Sunny said, we all need to work together. Respect is huge, especially growing up with martial arts and taekwondo. That's like one of the first things that they teach you, is to respect yourself and respect other people. So with wrestling, we're working together. We're a team. So when people don't understand that, it's just like, what are you doing it for? Like, we're here to put on a good show and kick some ass, but, you know, like, it's not going to work if people don't understand that. So I think that's the biggest thing for me as well, is working together and putting our egos away, staying humble, because whatever talent or skill has been given to us, it could be taken away just as easy. So, you know, so yeah, just work together, respect each other, and put on a good ass show.
It's all about the wrestle life. We're all in this together. We all want to be good, so let's be good together.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, the one thing that Yvonne said, and you know, you said it, Faith, and Karma, you said it about people stabbing people, and you, Sunny, saying people stab you in the back. Let me tell you something. A long time ago, a wise old man told me this, and it resonates with me every fucking day. Do you know what a hater is?
A fan.
A hater is a fucking fan in denial. I'm gonna tell you why. Because a hater spends hours online just combing through all types of shit to have something to talk shit to you about. You know what I'm saying? If they're going through all of this shit to find all this stuff to talk shit about you,
right.
You're a fucking fan, because they researched this shit. They spent all day find shit. You're a fan in denial. So this guy told me this: be it good press or bad press, at least they're talking about you.
That's right.
Facts. It's all publicity.
Real shit. Because someone's gonna say, "Oh fuck, man, CPW fucking sucks. I'd never go there." And then guess what? I'm gonna go see, because I want to know why it sucks. So I'm like, that doesn't fucking suck. Oh man, guess what, man? Remember that dude that said this show sucked? Come check it out, bro. It's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's so funny because people don't get it. Like, I fucking love when someone talks shit. Like, please talk shit, because when someone comes and they see that the product I produce is good, they're gonna be like, "Wow, that guy's a fucking moron for saying that."
Right.
Same thing.
Right.
Same thing. So, with that being said, we're gonna go take a quick commercial break, and then we're gonna be back, and we're gonna play a quick game, ladies, and we're gonna have a good time. We'll be right back.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules are lame, have been taking all the fun out! Drive me insane! All these rules.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. That was funny. I saw that face. We're back.
Sorry,
And,
I gotta smoke. I gotta have a cigarette. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, you're all good, Yvonne. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a quick game. The game is pretty simple, pretty easy. Everyone that's ever come on this show or watched this show, you know what the game is. The game is simple. It's called Team With, Feud With, or Fire. Now, real simple concept. You can team with anyone in the industry. You can feud with anyone in the industry. And you can fire any SOB you want to. No reason whatsoever, unless you want to tell us what the reason is. But since we have 4 guests, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another thing to the mix. Team with, feud with, fire, spilling the tea. So you can pick whichever one you want. You can do team with, feud with, fire, or you can voice your opinion on any subject and individual, whatever you want, right here on the podcast. Starting with you, Sunny. Team with, feud with, fire. You can pick one.
I'm not ready.
You can only pick one.
For who I would team with?
Feud with, fire, or spill the tea.
I would team. Honestly, I think I want to. Yeah, I got nothing.
You got nothing? No one you want to team with? No one at all?
I want to team with everybody. I want to just boom, pow, beat ass. That's what I want to do.
Maybe we should make it maybe we should qualify these. So just to kind of make things a little bit more interesting here. So instead of the team with, feud with, fire, or spill the tea, let's qualify these all. If you're going to choose one, someone that, number one, you have never, ever worked with or even been in the same territory with ever before. And let's leave it with the past generation workers. So let's say, it could be, let's say somebody from Memphis territory, someone from Montreal territory, Vancouver territory, Japan. But obviously somebody that you have zero experience with, period. So let's go with that to maybe make things a little bit easier that way.
Now keep in mind, ladies, you'll keep in mind, only pick one. Only pick one. So if you're going to team with someone, if you're going to feud with someone, you're going to fire someone, if you're going to throw some shade, whatever. Why'd you smile, Yvonne?
Honestly, I'd like to feud with Jordan Grace, because I've kind of been watching all of her stuff and everything that she's been doing. And
that's fair.
If I'm gonna have to pick one that I would really want to feud with, and I haven't had any kind of anything with her, but I've seen some of her work. I think her and I would be a badass feud.
Just watched one of her matches just this past week, as a matter of fact. So I think that would actually be a really, really damn good program.
She's pretty badass, and if you haven't checked out Jordan Grace, you really should, because she's one of those badass women. Definitely.
I've known her for a long time, and apparently, she's been in contact with the booker at BCW Worldwide about coming up once the pandemic is over. So you might get your chance.
Jeez.
That was from the booker. He just told me
you.
that. Okay. So Yvonne.
Well, that's kind of a hard one because I promised everybody I'd behave and I wouldn't spill too much tea because
Screw behaving.
But that we've all learned that spilling tea sometimes does more damage in the business than it does good. But just know there is some tea that could be spilled. But Yvonne will leave that till another day. But just know, workers, I know a little bit about some of y'all's secrets, so behave. Okay.
She knows where the bodies are buried.
Behave.
What did I do? I didn't do
She
anything.
knows where the bodies are buried, ladies and
Who do
gentlemen.
I need to beat?
Because there's a couple of you, but I'm not going to give you your 5 minutes of fame on my time because you had it because I gave it to you already once. You ain't getting it again.
I love it.
Okay, let's go with this. So if as a promoter,
that was the best roundabout.
You had the opportunity to book anyone throughout time. Doesn't matter, if you're going back to the original Gorgeous George, or if you're going someone as current as a Rachel Ellering. Who is the one wrestler that you would book that you think would be able to sell out, let's say, like a Tacoma Dome or Key Arena?
Charlotte Flair.
Who I think would sell out and who I would bring in? Okay, I just think I'll add a little salt onto everybody since they all think I'm not don't belong here. I'll bring in somebody that always puts asses in a seat and you all run from him. So my favorite all time is the hardcore himself, New Jack, because that's who Yvonne likes. So for somebody that can put asses in there you go.
I would go.
There you go.
I totally have a New Jack story, but I'll share that later.
Yeah, share it later.
Those Freddy claws, I'll tell you that. So
Karma.
There's so many women talent that I would love to team with, but I honestly, if I had to pick one, and this may sound really like ambitious of me, but I would say Charlotte Flair. I just love her. I love her. To me, she is one of the goats. I mean, she didn't even, if you listen to some of her past interviews and stuff, like she never had the intention of really becoming a wrestler. But look at how darn good she is. There isn't anything she can't do. She's fearless. She's a great person. And, I love everything about her in and out of the ring. So I think if I ever feuded with her, I don't know if maybe feuded with her would probably be better, because I feel like when you feud with someone that has her level of experience or someone that is more experienced than you, that makes you a better wrestler, because you're wrestling with someone that can offer you more insight, more experience, and a better time. So I would honestly want to feud with her because I think she would help make me better, and I would learn from her, and I would appreciate that. And I respect her a lot. So,
or even take it a step further. I mean, you can always start out teaming with her, but then you just convert that program into a full-fledged feud.
Exactly.
Turn that into just one big blow-off match. Sucker.
Agreed.
Tony, you just booked a more convincing storyline than any WWE one.
There you go.
Okay, Faith. So you versus Charlotte Flair.
Listen, last time when we played this game, I said team up with Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I also said Charlotte because I love her, but lately I'm gonna actually go with teaming up with a male which is Jungle Boy.
What the hell?
Okay. Yeah, because
Jungle Jack.
Lioness,
Jungle Jack.
Yeah, exactly. He's so dope. Fun fact: we actually went to middle school together, and I saw him at a Impact. It was like an Impact get together, and he was there, and he was like, Faith, and I was like, Jack, what? I just said his name, but it was crazy because it's been years since I saw him, and he is just such a great wrestler. Like, he's so amazing, and I mean, we got the blonde hair, the curls. He's Jungle Boy. I'm the Lioness. I just feel like that'd be a dope
That would be
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
That's a
Yeah.
fucking
Right.
Tarzan.
So
movie
like
waiting to
I would
happen.
have to go with that hands down.
You know, it's
I
funny
like it.
because
Hell yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
funny because
Good choice.
I worked a show in California and Jack had just started wrestling,
Yeah.
and
Really?
it was so weird because like I'm an 80s kid. You know, I'm an 80s kid. You know, I was all about the 90210 and all that shit like that. No, don't
Right.
choose him, choose Dylan. You know, I was all about that shit, right? So to fucking see Luke Perry walk in there, I was like, dude,
Ooh,
that's,
Luke Perry.
oh my god.
Oh my
Look,
God!
I'm telling my little brother, I'm elbowing him. Like we're sitting in the chair, and I'm elbowing him, and I'm slapping Willie Mack in the back, like, bro, that's
BJ's
fucking
Luke
Dylan,
Perry.
bro. Like I'm
He's
totally
marking
marking out,
out
right?
for Luke Perry.
And
Yeah.
he was like,
Mark it out.
what are you?
Perry.
He was like, what are you so excited about? You're gonna beat his son up in a little bit. I'm like, what? His son's a wrestler? Who's his son? And he wasn't wrestling as Jungle Boy then.
No.
He was like Jungle Jack or some shit like that. And I was like,
So funny.
that's his son right there. I'm gonna beat his ass. Sure enough, I beat his ass. And then it was over, and he was like, I was like, dude, I'm a big fan of your dad's. He was like, I'm not a fan of you.
Aw.
He's like, I'm just playing,
Such a
man.
sweetie.
He's like,
Aw.
you're good. It's all good. He was pretty cool.
Right to
Pretty
the
cool kid.
heart.
Who
Yeah.
didn't love Dylan McKay growing up, right?
Right.
90210.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Booty.
Look at this.
It ain't just about the beauty. It is about the booty.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen.
Stop it.
Come on, BJ. You know this.
Stop it.
Yummy.
Mm.
You guys are ridiculous.
We're women. Come on
Oh
now.
man, it's ladies' night. That's all I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen. It is ladies' night, and
You asked for it.
we're
Yeah.
here.
Isn't that what you asked for?
That's right. I'm glad. I'm glad I have all you guys on the show tonight. You guys, and most of the, like, a lot of you don't know on this podcast, but Sunni has kept me in this business for like the last 3 years. So I owe Sunni a lot, because there have been times where I was like, fuck it, I'm done. And Sunni's like, come talk to me, you know. And Faith, you're always with the positive shit.
Thank you.
Like,
Thank you. Positive shit.
Like
Always.
legit, I totally 100% appreciate you all day.
Sonny's talked me off the ledge once or twice too throughout all this stuff. So yeah, props.
And Yvonne, I can tell you straight up, if I ever need some real shit, if I ever need a reality check, I can just hit you up. Like,
you know it.
Like, no lie, ladies and gentlemen,
You
she's the
know
realest
it.
person you'll know.
Yeah.
Karma, I'm just now getting to know you, but I see you're all about real shit, and I like that.
Thank you.
So with that being said, ladies, thank you very much for being a part of like just wrestling in general. And for all the guys that have ever mistreated you or said something stupid to you in this business or just in general, they can go
I was
suck
just
the
about
back
to
of
do
them.
that.
Yeah,
We say
they can suck a fat one, because
Yeah. Oh, wait a
right.
minute. I love it. Yes, definitely. Oh, wait,
you
wait,
guys
what?
are all
What?
great women.
Fuck
You know,
you.
you guys are all great women, but you guys are all legit great workers and just
Thank
great
you.
people in general. Sex,
Appreciate that.
sex,
Appreciate you.
gender, all that other bullshit aside, you guys are just great people. And I, for one, am lucky to have you all in my life as a friend, as a worker, as a person in this business. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you,
Very
BJ.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you too, Tony. Yeah, you too.
Yeah, you too,
Poor
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Oh, and fuck you, Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fuck
gotta
you,
tell
Shane, but you're right too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
you're
Shane.
right.
Shane, you're right this time, but still fuck you, Shane. He does say that Jungle
Jungle
Boy
Boy.
is fire. So anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it has been another exciting edition of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Ladies, thank you for joining us. And Tony, you and I are going to get into it about this week in wrestling. So, ladies, thank you for joining us. And
Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Tony. Nice seeing you all.
Thank you. Good
we will be
night,
right back with
ladies.
more of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast after this message.
This man.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
That's right. Watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling podcast with the boy James Beard. That's right. And quite honestly, man, we had some really great guests on tonight. Tony,
Yeah, we did.
It's cool, man, to be able to put on a show and have a bunch of nice people on the show to celebrate.
Yeah. No, and it's been
I do not own this song whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. So YouTube,
we're getting demonetized. I don't give a shit.
Demonetize us. We do not own the rights to this song.
Probably too late, but you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? All right, let's get into. Well, the first thing I wanted to mention. So we had a few mentions of the pandemic while we were talking with our ladies' night guests, and well, shit. This is
we have some you asshole copyright.
we have some unfortunate news come through over these last few days in regards to that, which is really this was kind of a sucker punch because this was coming right off of the announcement that indoor combat sports had been approved for the state of Oregon.
I was so excited.
A few days later, people apparently haven't been taking care of themselves. They haven't been wearing their masks. They haven't been getting vaccinated. So just about every county in Oregon is going back to extreme risk level. What the fuck?
What that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that's real simple. People didn't wear their masks. People didn't wash their hands. People couldn't stay 6 feet away from each other. And now we're shut back down again.
Yep. 3 weeks.
I like I said earlier in the podcast, I literally have 2 children, not 22, not 2 million into, not 22 million. You guys are all adults. I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody, but you know what? I'm going to point fingers at someone real quick. Fuck it. WrestleMania. The biggest spectacle in all of sports entertainment. Do you see how many people weren't wearing a fucking mask there?
Oh, yeah.
UFC just had a big show in Florida this past weekend.
Yep.
So many people weren't wearing masks there either. What is so hard to do? What people are wanting to be out and about. People are wanting to go and it's just I don't get it. Like, dude, it's so simple. Put on a fucking mask. How hard is it?
I was just out at the theater this past weekend, going and watching Mortal Kombat, and we had maybe 10 people inside the theater. We were at this place called Cinemagic in Southeast Portland, and everybody was pretty much on their best behavior. Everybody was, they were wearing their masks, they were distancing and all that good stuff. As soon as we get out of the theater, we're seeing people just walking around, and they're no regard whatsoever for other people, no regard for their fellow man. And I just kind of was just saying to myself, we're probably gonna get locked down again here pretty soon. I just had this something in the back of my head was telling me there's another lockdown coming. Sure enough, here we are.
And
frustrated.
The real frustrating part about it, and I don't want to sound like a broken record.
Yeah.
But everyone, and I don't mean everyone, wants to go back to normal. Look at this. Don't worry too much. In the next month or so, you'll see the media change over the climate change fear. It's already started a bit. I do agree how hard it is to put a mask on, though. See, look, summer's coming up. Everyone's going to want to go to the beach or want to go to the lake. They were opening movie theaters in Portland. Like
Yeah.
opening movie theaters.
I got to do my first trailer check in over a year this
I
past
miss
weekend.
going to those things. Like I miss,
Yeah.
like, dude, seriously, I have HBO Max. I have
Yeah.
Disney Plus. I have the Peacock Network. You know, I watch all that stuff at home. But dude, I really just want to go.
I
Look,
want the
in the
fucking
city-
theater experience.
in the city I live in, and I believe you went with me one time, Tony. We have a theater that literally put a big screen outside and made it a fucking drive-in.
Yep.
So I got to literally take my kids to the drive-in. And for those who know, in California and Oregon and Washington and places like that, there aren't many of those left in this country.
Nope.
So it was fucking awesome. It was truly awesome to do that with my kids.
I
But I was driving to the store the other day and I saw that they are open the theater.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that theater has been open for a little while now, and they were actually starting to open up the Regal theaters too. So
I get
like,
so excited over the littlest things when it comes to like that.
me too.
Going to the friggin', like, dude, that's so friggin' crazy.
Yeah.
And now we can't do that.
Yeah.
Because no one wants
It's
to wear
like
a mask.
literally it just felt like everything was going in the right direction. Theaters were starting to open up more. I was going to go to the goddamn Oregon Ducks spring game this weekend because they were going to allow fans to go to that. And now
Not anymore.
that's been shut down.
Not anymore. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, look, BCW Worldwide, CPW, Power Pit Pro Wrestling, you know, all these companies that run out of Oregon, or out of Washington.
Yep.
We want to go and entertain you. We want to go and entertain you in person.
Yeah.
We want that more than anything. We want to do it safely.
Yes, we do.
So I'm going to ask you guys this. April 28th, 9:21 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast on Spotify, Google, Anchor, Apple, you know, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, all these places that you can hear us. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all these places that you can hear us. Literally, every you can see us 3 nights a week live on television. Right there.
Yep.
So with that being said, I'm saying it right here. Please put on your goddamn mask. All we need is 90 days. That's 3 months.
Yep.
That's literally July.
We almost made it too.
Summertime is coming.
Almost there. We were ahead of schedule even.
Yeah, exactly. Summertime is coming. So with that being said, how about we put on the biggest fucking show of the summer? I will talk to CPW. I will talk to Power Pit Pro Wrestling. I will talk to any professional wrestling organization, the OIWA, to put on the biggest fucking show that's not WrestleMania. The biggest independent show in the state of Oregon and Washington. And I will make sure we can get it streamed live on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast show. How about that? How about that? A live fucking wrestling event with multiple promotions.
Hey.
That's a huge undertaking from one person.
Yeah, it is.
I will put that on my back. If each and every one of you listening to this podcast and everyone that you fucking know puts on a mask, gets vaccinated, gets this shit over and done with, so we can go back to normal, or what the new normal is going to be.
Yeah.
If the governor opens up the state and we can keep it open, I will promise to you, I will work with every fucking promoter in the state of Oregon and Washington. I will work with people I don't even like.
Yeah. I'll get
People
on.
I
I'll get right on
despise.
board. I'll get right on board with that.
Just to do this. How about that? How about that, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not asking for much.
Blockbuster.
I'm not asking for much. That's right. That's right. A fucking Northwest Super Show.
Yep. That's what we need. That's what we need. Hey. Very good. Very good.
Nigel. He's already been vaccinated. Yeah, I wear a mask. Hey, you know what? Look, man, we can do it. We as a people, we as a public, we as a state, we as a human race can fucking do it.
Like we can. I feel like a party. I feel like a party.
I'm down with that. I'm so down with that. So with that being said, Tony, tell these amazing fans where they can watch us every week.
Every week, you can watch us on Xfinity and on Prism TV in the Portland and Vancouver areas. Every Monday night, 10 p.m., Channel 11 on Xfinity and Prism. If you miss that, you get one more shot on Tuesday night at 10 p.m., Channel 22 Xfinity and Channel 8002 on Prism. And if you miss that one, you got one more opportunity every Wednesday night, 9 p.m., Channel 23 Xfinity and Channel 8003 on Prism.
And ladies and gentlemen, you can always find us on Twitter, twitter.com/the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. And if you want to support the channel, you can support the channel by going to anchor.fm /the Roundtable Podcast /support. Any donation you want to throw our way will help this cause. And ladies and gentlemen, look, if you feel like you can't wear a mask, just stay home, stay safe, and please love one another. It's that simple. It is. And if you want to find some of our guests, like you can always find Karma on Twitter at Principal Karma. You can find her on Instagram at Karma Allgood. You can find her on Facebook at Karma Dean. That is a fan page.
Damn right.
You can find Yvonne Seeber at, I believe it's at CPW Brat on Twitter. And of course, you can find Sunny Daze at Sunny Daze on all her social media outlets. You can find Real Faithy J at Real Faithy J on Twitter, on Instagram, and on TikTok. I'm telling you, man, her mom is funny. Her mom will have you cracking up, man. It's so hilarious. Yeah. So, I mean, with that being said, Tony, is there anything you want to throw out there before we say goodbye?
Take care of each other, please. Let's get through this. It's a big setback, but it's nothing that we can't overcome. 3 weeks. We can get through 3 weeks. Let's make it happen.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I want to look a few people on the way. The 503 Originals. You can find them at www.503originals.com. You can also get your best haircut possible at Big D's Barbershop. That's right, Big D's Barbershop in downtown Vancouver. She cuts you up real good, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I want to say thank you very much for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast Special Edition. We do not own the rights to this music. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, Double B, Bad Blood, the franchise player. With my boy here, Tony the Burn. And we are out.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.